Welcome back, YouTube. Today's video is going to be all about the typical mistakes beginner runners make, and I'm going to take you guys through what it looks like programming running and how to achieve different running goals. So we're going to go through a bunch of the common misconceptions. We're going to go through like what a typical week of training would look like and tackle a bunch of myths and misconceptions that people have when it comes to running and planning for it. So a lot of mine happened years ago where I thought things like I really had to run fast all the time in order to get better at running. Or another one is like I didn't understand how to properly progress and increase my mileage and increase the frequency and intensity of workouts and structure those accordingly. So it's not rocket science really. And it's also like not super helpful. A lot of the information online is not super helpful sometimes. So I want to provide some like good advice that I've learned from like messing up and taking bad advice before. And yeah, so I'll take you guys on a few workouts with me, take you on a few runs, and yeah, it's gonna be a good video. Let's go. All right, one huge thing people get wrong at the very beginning of running is that you have to run fast to get fast. It's just not true. The majority of your runs should be done at kind of similar pace to what I'm doing right now, where I can get out a full sentence at a time. That signals you're going at a slow enough pace to build that aerobic base, and it really does help tremendously in allowing your body to build the aerobic engine and the ability to go faster later on. So, leg day today, we're doing a little bit of squats first, back squats, we're doing Bulgarians, and we're gonna throw in some walking lunges. Goal is keep the reps up. Probably gonna do like sets of 20, 25. A lot of this is just to complement the running that we're doing. You got the man, Jack over here. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Yep. One more. Yep. Coach, man, this is terrible. After what we just did there.
Did a circuit just now of 5 rounds of like back and forth on this track, walking lunges while the other person's doing 20 air squats. So it's a good workout. Jack's not used to this kind of stuff, but we're figuring it out. We're like getting used to keeping the heart rate up, which helps totally for like helping you recover between sets if you're doing bodybuilding stuff. It helps with just overall feeling better, helps with running, helps with all of it. So how'd you feel?
I'm sore.
Yeah?
Gonna feel good tomorrow.
We're gonna feel good tomorrow. All right, we got 10 miles on the agenda today. Brought a little fuel with me, just some electrolytes in here. I was just thinking, one huge thing that I do now that I didn't do a couple of years ago when I started running was I'm much better prepared for every single run and every single workout I do. I take this stuff serious. I know that if I don't have the proper amount of water and sodium in me beforehand, if I didn't eat enough food prior to the workouts, the runs, the lifts, they're gonna suffer. So that's one thing that people don't focus on enough right when they start, is getting the proper fuel in you, not just eating garbage. Like, I take it serious because it'll drastically impact how you feel and how you're able to perform. So, all right, let's get this 10 miles in. It's gonna be a toasty one, so let's go. Wrapping it up today. Almost at 10 miles. Felt great. It's been a hot one, that's for sure. Dude, it's hot. Here's the stats right here. 10 down. To hit a little circuit type workout, part of it's gonna be on a treadmill, so I wanted to talk about this. One of the big misconceptions people have too when it comes to running is that treadmill running is not the same benefit as outdoor running. The truth is, the wind resistance that you're going to experience on most runs is comparable to about a 1 to 2 degree incline on a treadmill. With that said, if you're doing a treadmill run, it's so biomechanically similar to what an outdoor run would be that all you have to do is increase the elevation to maybe 1 or 2 degrees, like I just said, and it's the same benefit. It's the same benefit. Honestly, too, I do at least one treadmill workout a week, sometimes two. And for a speed workout, you're able to really precisely get down the exact speed you want and hold that speed for longer. So outdoors, you can try to hit those splits as close as you can, but on a treadmill, like, you're going to be more precise. About treadmills, it really is hard to beat the outdoor runs. I mean, you don't get views like that just chilling inside on a treadmill. The views that God can make are way better than views that we can create in a gym, that's for sure. Alright guys, final 3 things I want to talk about. That's just absolutely not true for many reasons. You can get away with a very simple pair of training running shoes for about $100 that are going to last you hundreds of miles. You can get away with, if you really want a nice Garmin watch, you can get away with the base model for about $175. You can get away with a really good pair of headphones for pretty cheap too. And you don't have to buy all the fancy carbohydrate and electrolyte mixes that companies would lead you to believe. You can get away with eating good foods, good whole foods, and adding some Himalayan pink sea salt to your water. And there's your electrolytes and there's your carbohydrates. So that myth is a mistake that people make at the beginning, that you need to spend a lot of money on gear in order to really get good at running, is just, it's not true. On to the next one. The second misconception that people have is that running is going to deplete your strength gains. This one's obviously not true, but lots of people believe this, that if they've been lifters for a while, or if they've really taken their strength gaining seriously, then they think that if they get into running, that it's just going to deplete their strength gains. I can tell you from personal experience, I've done this for this like hybrid type training or approach to exercise for about it's been longer than that. It's probably been about 6 years that I've done this, and I haven't lost any muscle. I've actually gained muscle while gaining a better aerobic base, doing marathons and ultra marathons. And the reason for that is that you can run and lift at the same time and see progress, and in both minimally, for sure. You can 100% be running while still lifting weights, and as long as you're not running hundreds of miles every week, you can still see progress in the gym and gaining muscle mass and gaining strength while running at the same time. So the two are not conflicting. They actually complement one another very well. That's a whole video for another day, and I'm actually really excited to talk about that down the road. But the third myth here, and the one that's the most pervasive, and the one that's the most common, is that running is bad for your joints, specifically your knees. And I find this one, I hear this myth monthly, honestly, from online to friends and family to just like overhearing conversations. For one, I'll throw a couple studies down below that I found, but the amount of people that have osteoarthritis in their knees is almost 10%. I think it was 10 or 15% higher that I saw in the study I looked at earlier, for sedentary people compared to people that are runners. And for the average person that's running compared to the average person that's sedentary, the sedentary person's knee issues and joint issues are just through the roof higher. So I'll throw more info in that below. I am super thankful that you guys stayed to the end of this and watched this. If you liked it, let me know. If you want to see something different, you want to hear about a different topic, hit me down below. We got another video coming out next week. We're just going to keep cranking them out. So I'm having fun with this. See you guys.